Ben what as a bit I don't ask the same. I any bit some so I it sounds like toffee lollipop bitter. And I'm going to moon is let's get into the stories. What we say for some days now, Turkey are trendy so much. Now, yeah, I ain't here. You say, we are just hyping the country, but you come to realize that everybody, for some time, Christian Atsu was just trending #1 on Twitter, and then he was just all over the place, You get to pray for him, where is he, and everything. Like, how far?
So say, the thing is, ever since our issue we started, we've seen a lot of people come to talk. Now, I said they weren't really hearing from the family side of Christian Atsu. Into the first family member, or Kasa, new nearby twin, and a revelation more be who say, oh, okay, Sana Christian Atsu or yata. A lot of people didn't know Sana or your twin. And later, no, yet sending your ban initially, or because agents will be friend and ya dear Casa, who knew Yanama. Ono kwaso oboabo ne ho akoteki ade chenye na yete other news ne say it was misidentity internet say nipa ye hu no a yesusu say na Christian Atsu no asa enimdua na ese but na enye Christian Atsu later na ne maame nso ebe kasa na no kwa na enye ne maame se ne maame nimpon a wo che ne wo na kwa se ne maame enua bia wafa ne se ne maame ahante ne maame prekope eno a na maame ne so be kasa o asem ne de ono nso ate a chese ote ye ne efa ne yem kra ne se wo so okoja nan be yem prenu ansa na asa yem hihie na afa oyem sa no na ebusan sente se obe no so empaibo na because the idea that's the only thing everyone will resort to, that's prayers ebebo mpaye ne ade na maame ne chese oni yem a nenka owo mfa ono nko na eja onya ne babema no ewo ho because ono akwa se ebusuan niti no ono na obu abusuan wo bibiem na wo footballer wo fia di hia ye den je opese obo wa abro but the one more abro no obeyi ni yem so wo hwe abusuan na se ye nyina ye ni da so eno no nteno na maame ne be kasa and a lot of people were waiting say omo beti bibiem because Ghana for the asumye ye de bibini na sumende opebi opefela issues ni koso no opefofro ena ne yere eye Mario Maria Claire ebe kasa finally ne yere aba be kasa chese ono no owagidie owarehemu onya atinka bi se nikunu eda so te ase according to Christian Atsu ne German wife no ocha ono no nya atinka se nikunu eda so te ase ntese ne de watimi aka me ne ma no enkwa no susade but no no ankasa so ka me ne ho because instinct ne ne se nikunu emfiri mu na nikunu eda so ewo ho etende didi nsem ne chia na fe san ekopie mu ase de etete ne se yese cameras be etimi ama signal bi ni ade che thermal camera na me say brofu die premet na be ka manfo be di matem na thermal camera na no ne den so this is a camera ye de bob baby a che say it detects the presence of human being through the heat of the body no ni ade enti na almost a dynasty na Christian Atsu ewo mu no kama said that those kind of camera no ebi ebobo ho enti ene nansem na yete so ma ba said that was I think yesterday and yete so mu chema omu susu se nipa be 1000 was a building na Christian Atsu wo ma omu wuye
okay
enti no ama nkofo some kind of vim be say okay then it could be say Christian Atsu etias because sa building na Christian Atsu on the 9th floor no and sana building no edri egu earthquake ni dri dan egu no thermal camera name mass signal say people are still alive because they can feel the heat and stuff.
Let me check this in 9th floor. Not to say, 50. Ufri sroba on not to 2. I'm just asking for the sake of those who are like me.
Yeah.
Who they say first one in
when you ground floor.
When you ground floor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a dino crano. Yen shade who the specific floors are near was but I don't know if the 9th floor is the last one and I say a B sign. So
can it be 15?
On say abrofoni de o musi omo dan ne de ntse se baby ni de a wosi singing room we chire ha ne here where we no no they also omo ni asase sa and so they make use of it it you know omo no mo dan ne de omo tie sit to aso pa ewo ye pa it I won't doubt say e bi kwa 9th floor ne enye last floor bi kwa san wo so So that is what is happening. We getting to know say amount for like information about nature say there are thousands of people
who are still inside there.
100, 200, yes 1,000. What I say? They say omo thermal camera name signal say omoti ase no ama some kind of hope away when you na memia me revival ni mu no. Aha said the beya you are wish mu say ebia yebehunu because in the course of me following this case I chanced on one video papa baku bia ye no everyone bonimu wa sha 4 days and he's alive. All bompa ye ali la la sa
and let's say it's an Arabic country.
Yeah, as Omakoye is a Muslim, as an Islamic community bisano. Aha. Sana kwakoye. Entino people are saying say obi kwetimi ahye 4 days ama ye hu ne dey then there's a possibility say the way omo can. And amene wo say there is a new update aba the aba say no say no omo the minus akọ baby biana na Christian Atsu no because initially omukaso mohun those rescue teams they are trying to rescue other people no buildings ni bi wo honoma say one fa great dania de ankwanko.
Don't you think this greater thing is going to be risky?
Oh, I'm not sure it will be risky because they say abrofo no omo mindset ni de nyepe. Me research on this what is happening currently with Christian Atsu and I was getting to know say ne kra no mwetimi anya way a 8th floor no a quite corridor be na as a corridor be at that building ni mo a ofa ho a what they call 9th floor ne so on the 8th floor no
okay
mo they call 9th floor ne so they've been able to get access to that part now omo fema they are going to the 9th floor knowing say Christian Atsu was on the 9th floor ni yen say ento say ade besa na ade bechi no we are being hopeful say no krese yenua no otiase a na say Ghana had Aji Independence Square yeje hofa na nie white na yi yesa be 3 days near danyamiase because this is what is coming. So looking at what is happening and there's a video crowd they are at the building baby ana Christian Atsu ne dan no ewa no oshemu asat when the earthquake happened they drew you video but I don't know if the producers have it they could have shown it for a year amount for more share so they would also see it to me say they are on the field that
they are working
because some when your positive feed say nipa 1,000 is still alive. I mean 1,000 is not a small number until munya feed ni say nipa 1,000 that's what you ne there it was in the Christian Atsu's residence no na say there is this tweet kwa me chance honor. I mean people are still giving more feedback way free Turkish journalist now all my back-to-back info no and say rescue efforts continue at Christian Atsu's Renaissance residence. A corridor and road have been opened for miners to get onto the 9th floor where Christian Atsu was suspected to be at the time of the incident on God. And you know said there kona na say we are being hopeful. Yes, we are being hopeful. Say yebehu ye nua be mana otinkwen because the thermal cameras are saying say thousands of people are still alive there and it's a positive feedback.
Okay, let's take it from the emotional part ne mama no ani ni nua no we're just some way somehow we're waiting for them to come and say that ebia ebusiano meka bibi and then huri bim yaji and so they've come to say something from the wife to the mother to the sister. The wife and the mother, the wife and the sister, they will get a similar feeling, but that's Obano Bay. But a mother has a different feeling altogether, especially an African mother, to the extent of saying that any young family clan and family bano. Do you think when it gets to some times like this, and Kawasi the same mameno, and I say she went too far?
Menyasho say ebikwa na ebusianfo ne try say omudisi because per a year interviewer metie ya na mame no ye ne ekasa na chese some of her friends were even calling her because this is an issue where it was trending all over social media. Yeah, use social media to change traditional media. People were talking about channel Eto Peace FM. They are talking about it. Adom, they are talking about it. I mean, Atinka, Angel, everywhere. And at this, there's my main talking about the traditional media. There's one channel more times now a tree no moka. enti no why na ka obeti ase uti Christian na say bia ma me no adamfo bi ko bia me no ya adamfo say
Christian Atsu.
Earthquake, Christian Atsu. Yeah, madam.
Even if you don't hear the whole thing, you wrap your mind around it. Exactly.
Ne akaso obobo.
Yeah.
And I also onu so no wakwakwa se star no obi animu no. Me so say ma me no kwa bi order be wa ne ho kakra. Me ban de bobo no, me ban de bo Chelsea na obo Chelsea. Me ban na obo Newcastle.
Should we ask you like don't you know?
Yeah, can and what's the catch out? You know, the woman was saying she was getting calls and me just say ebedu baby kwa na bia they will try to stop people from calling her ebedum the phone and I ebeji phone na fini nsem na say because it's very heartbreaking say ube wu out the wu man so no be mind so wu there na yen say because when I was going through Twitter conversations and obi che me say na mo Ghana for part agro bi wo mani so because when we look at this whole incident take it for almost what they to mani omo adehye na adedru ogu omo so are you trying to say they will leave almost citizens don't makwa kwahwehwe Ghana ni ba kwa mususu obobo ono kwa onye take citizen then so somebody was even saying say nke be ya GFA ene ekufado nkambo
selective I suggested that
because take for no many
exactly because it goes to some point and I felt like they're also looking for their citizens and then they can't just have time to look for just Ghana for near tempa and also single person they should abandon all the people
just because or your footballer no so this is something I mean just say mama knows obe feel very well because now utie the way okasa na say uti enisio mpo e won nini mu say obi kasa na enisio wo mu a ultimate say nipa we die eya obi wonimu eya obi wonimu.
So right now as at this time we are just being hopeful. We are waiting for a positive response and everything. It's yembra back to Yokrum ha Ghana ha na say no kwani nyamenim somebody like Albert Snadhide Bongo Ideas talking about the fact that who say this Atsu boy is dead already and everything so we should start praying. People want to know, is this Atsu boy still alive? Do you think there's a possibility say he is still alive? And now say according to say we are just hallucinating.
The American say we need to be positive. Because for somebody to say Obikra Eshe earthquake as 15 days, ye nipa no da so tiasea. We need to be positive because like I was saying earlier, no, all indication nature said thermal cameras are saying 1,000 people in that residence are still alive. Meaning it's a 50-50 thing. Atsu could be alive and be part of the thousands who are still living. It could be. And it means why we're free more. I mean, we need to psych our mind. Say is either he comes out alive or he comes out dead.
Let's say a 50-50 chance.
Exactly. And you know, with Bongo Ideas, Nidiana okay, or no Ababe Chenajin, or no, he said that based on analysis, it's normal, it's abnormal, say, a time be dregu so unye drianindi, unye so no unyan frama. I mean, like conjunction.
But see, I say, how you na how you unyan frama na.
How you I walk right to me kum nipa. I want me video be ani you be chesa nensano. A cakey like a freezium, you can't even see the natural color of the skin. I say ice no and some ice
to the next level.
I mean I walk nipa. And sometimes even if you watch some Korean movies, you realize that obi to me a crew ne hone ade but onam kroma no say what din na o freezer. The person has to enter into a coffee shop, get some hot coffee be now I hear warm. What you say because show nipo show they say heat na Ghana they show the way free inside the begum and so they wunya soldier powder be fast while be okay
so powder that is what you chew now but then
why you free but
I want dangerous
I walk home enti na obi tietimi ka say order fa na si baby obenya said leukemia was anemia I've forgotten the exact thing but there is something for that and from
pneumonia
pneumonia yes and
okay anemia
what you say so like I was saying to infama there so I mean the condition attached to baby eto the big crampo ye ka say car bo bi a enye car no nekum nipa no shock no cry to me ma wu
kill the person too yes
shock no
enti me be wu let it tim
what you say obi timi tina ka emu Hey, driver, Jesus, scream, no ko. Ebika na wempra wanyehwe, but the shock no nyaye no, eno pe uyem obit yem to mission him. No we. Cause I quite remember my mefa we intwem there was a girl na we wapon adwuma wo kofi. O kofi en so ko to on kraman bia no mgu honom. Kraman ba ko po ya na chese. The men's aba. What that? I am shishe. I am shishe. Enti ebia na aside ensure ni aduane ne weather condition ni adade ne ko bi obi kan we give it up.
Na chese e could be so otikinkre na ono so di kan gukura nsa na dan ni bu agu ne so.
Ebi otikinkre no kra anya ne sampo a wa hyase counting then you can't even unhu awia. I mean,
you don't know what is happening.
Oh, and you are still there. But who calculate why you want to say wait the days have been gone and that's what her. Maybe anything. Cause who share ni say somebody will come and rescue you. Oh,
exactly.
Like Obimba so no ni me ni ade. Ma wa 3 days. Come on. Ujide obeto baha.
Ba o bema wo se bema de. Unu se bema akoma.
Oh, jai. Enye bema bia na kura sa akoma no.
Emum. Ba
nipa bia dance. Actually onim na.
Obekita vim because the name alone is vim. Is Vigo.
I just say bia na o se entafo anka so hu.
They have this kind of heart spirit and then
entafo anka se hu because their connection and bond no. I don't know how God did this twin thing but entafo hu. It's very ebiana obi kwa kacha me say eh it's unya show say ebiana sister sunsun ko ebo ne ho ban wo be.
It's true.
What you say?
Anything can happen.
And for the enyom ho agrosa there are one kind of human beings you don't joke.
It's America.
Unyom di agran sha agro bedum. So we should just anticipate say it's a 50 me for me say obisa me a obi obisa me dia me kacha me say onua 50-50 either left or right. So assume the left is he being dead and the right is he being alive.
Let's take it from the wife point of perspective. Do you think that let me my stating say no I'm fonte say a me point of view in a mistaken. What was before we heard about he getting married, initially we didn't know that he was married to a white woman. Yeah. A lot of us didn't know. And before when we got to know about it, people were asking, I didn't gonna for honum sebe ukrum ho for ma baby and I girls baby hona abrofo na akofire no bruni and akofire. And then we heard him state a lot of things like we all bleed red, that thing. And so we all bleed red though. Yeah, funny say he was taking somebody who can get the courage to face this day. A Ghanaian wife.
Ghanaian wives.
Let's talk about a traditional, like a Ghana, a local Ghanaian lady. And you could earthquake as any and the coverage and this thing the lady is getting to portray. Do you think a Ghanaian can nyabotray to this extent and then get this women courage?
They say we are Ghanaian, ukuna to kwai.
And why is our no yeah? Don't you think so?
Earthquake, remember? Earthquake is a dragonoso. Now unya atweyena ukwa koye ni ho ya kwai. So I want to say, oh, worry, Bear it doesn't mean that he belongs to you alone.
Yeah.
Still, the family have access to him. So I just saw Bay for and obesi Bearman Nebusian phone.
Are you trying to say it's African for you? Before
may come myself.
Okay. I just want to Debbie, I'm talking about African women like that. Okay. Not Ghanaians in particular.
Oh, yeah, love. I do about Bay for not to say, oh, worry, Bearman. Obeje bema nata nani ase a oma nebusuan bema nebusuan for enya access to their omodeshe o worry bema na yes majority of the things he will do ni bibia no ne woneye but o dey abusapani say obi wu sese ya nebusuan for they also have a right to or no because they omodeshe na ye omode ansa na omode na efem wo ba ne se be ware no what I say so even if say Ghanaian wife no ware no na say onya abotre na ono de prekope o de besin tim se niku na wu a still onu nkwantimi nye yen ma ne nje se oye woni fie onu nkwan ne dem o shedem no ayo obituary atare tare.
The woman is very courageous. The woman has this kind of
every woman no odon nikunu bia no benya at this point of time no obenya some kind of courage even o man kra bema wo ahoden foforo because you don't need to break down in front of your kids and I say bibi though it's hard but the best thing you can do is say obema when you some kind of courage be near there just for your children because who break it down any woman on bedding What you say? So they get that kind of vim, they get that kind of courage, you know. And away, no, it's just two things this woman is waiting for. Let's find my husband. Let me know if he's alive or he's dead. If he's alive, it's a good news. If he's dead, she will come to terms with it. Say, the necessary burial will be done, or be paid in the last respect. Life moves on.
Life moves on. Yes.
Anybody who say you can't move on. You can. This is a woman who is working, and away so enya bema fun bi keke bema wa bobra anya ye edenya kakra wo ho a obetimi di ahwe ne mami ensa. So the only thing, my only worry right now is the fact that we've not seen him. Like ye hunu na ye nyina ye instinct ni nye clear say ye hunu batwawu ye hunu batotiase. That is the thing. But not seeing him at all, no, it's kind of
I get it. Not as a Ghana for Nebusian do funu ni biniana.
Ebusian do funu.
Exactly, because we're just waiting for the fact that he's dead. This is his body, and I say he's alive. He's alive. Nadia is a plus. So right now, what majority of people are waiting to hear is that the only
word we want
that
to hear is
he has been found.
And as such, the thing is, the only word we want to hear is he's been found. Because right now, when you go online, they're what it's say he's still missing. Yeah, he's still missing. And no, it leaves you in a in a dilemma. Otuwana wo jinjin. Hey, say ye be huno, or say then like you can't to think of a lot of things, the possibility of things happening to him, and then important to know what exactly is going on, like that kind of thing. What I say, obi ebusa. I say, why are you confused? I didn't own that idea. Unimuno. Sometimes unima unim.
Yeah.
But I say no unim say nipa no. And then you drag no so. Nipa isu ye huno. Am any random or rational human being better?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I still people still think of Castro.
Exactly.
Into your way.
That was where I was striving.
Into your way.
Yes.
What you say?
Kamia quite says is trying to be some similar issue be like that. And so actually same be phobia be fan will be to say you get it into. As it brought a lot of stories. And so he is happy. I say, okay, Mama Taka and say, it is 6 years a chair. Cash to Bessa, but it boom to Satawali.
And so they people still ask that where is Castro? Because every year when anybody knew.
And when you see anybody near all those stories won't
say girl now no money na. Say no moya miensa. Castro as a majan and Castro girlfriend no. And a girl ni
Janet Bandu.
Girl ne we know nobody is even asking of the girl anymore because we know where
she's dead.
And nebusha for see asem de na asem ko.
Yes, Castro ni kwaji juju ni ade. Enya asem kito.
Say obaye de anka na so be hye. Obisi wana na menzema.
God obisi avom no.
Say uwa ban again. Enti no so man say na nkofo kika. Conspiracy theory bebre. You see what I'm talking about?
You know right.
Oh, yeah na akwenya accident. Wadam for baby jet aba.
Baby jet your bantam dodo.
Your bantam sen. Ade. Enye time.
Obi enye time. Okay.
Enye time. So looking at the thing, that's what it's seeming like. Abranti Christian Atsu.
Me ba my try home brand ento. So we say you try home about to say.
Jesus, today, dear. Mary. I'll just write Mary. Mary Carrier.
Information. As it stands now, we have the current update on Christian Atsu's issue. And I'm here with Eric. He's going to give us the diverse information that we have. Hello, Jay. Welcome.
Hello.
Once again.
You're welcome too.
All right, so our viewers and everybody watching us right now are so eager to know what is next on our brother's issue. How far with it so far?
Well, Christian Atsu's issue since Monday has been very, very interesting. I mean, there's been a recent update, but let me actually brush through. For those of you who do not know actually what happened. So on Monday, we all know that Christian Atsu is a Ghanaian football player, but also plays internationally with Turkish team Hatapoya. So yes, it was reported that Turkey had earthquake. Yes, apparently Atsu was in that building. Yes, and so the building collapsed, and it was reported that Atsu is also part of the people inside, and so the conversation began and people were like, oh, how? So it was very intense. People were actually, I mean, on social media, everyone was just praying that Atsu is retrieved and all of that. So Monday gone, rescue team was actually sent to, retrieve the people, including, it was just not Atsu, about thousands of people over there. So not just Atsu, yes, and his manager and other people over there. So on Monday, the rescue team were there to try fishing out people there, but could not, prove successful. Tuesday came, nothing. Now, on Tuesday, we heard rumors that Atsu is alive. He's been able to, we found him and all of that. But yesterday... Now,
wait, looking at the things critically, it means that people that were far, near, who actually brought the information and answered why not information about saying who?
Okay, so it was the club's team. The club's team, the football club, actually brought information that, Atsu has been found. And even his family relatives that were in Ghana here, including the mother and father, and even sisters granted interview here and some, local platforms and local, channels saying that.
And not just Atsu for Mofanche Kakra. And it's the opportunity. And say a free a siada e de bepem e benada no e adia inhwehwemu e koso e oyenua be ma na kachia na omu chirema e diana na otim e dia etoso enkron and that is the 9th floor e na ejurigu ya e besi na yenya ehu yenua be ma no na so yeguso e yemfifi mum na yenua be ma ne so e be kandia e wo mu achire ntimunya abotre.
Exactly. Therefore, munya bochire.
Sure. You're good. Tell us.
So yes, don't also forget that I have the current information. So yes, so I'm going on. So a true story, then people were saying that he's been found. I mean, the club's manager brought it out that he's been found, and so Ghanaians, even the president tweeted and all of that. So he's been found. Fine. Then there was another information that came later from the club's doctor saying that Atsu has not been found. Atsu. You get it? So there was a kind of unbalanced controversy. Then it was reported that the person that, people thought that it was Atsu, was not Atsu.
Na I say, yes, you bearman, Nelsu, Bessin Neno, Diana, the doctor, and I see the ocean no ebe confirm me, say, Yan Cresse on what. Na I say, Hunamna, you and I is Atsu, and so Yachua.
Hey, interesting. So, yes. When that information came, Ghanaians were very skeptical and they were very aggressive, especially with the family, because people were starting asking questions.
Now, wait. Going back to the family issue, I remember saying the woman came out, that is her mother. His mother, sorry. Ne mame babon timbe say, ne bano, dia empo, say, yes, son, and obey in crado. Or what else has come from the family's background? Okay,
so the family currently, the current information that I have is the family, especially the sister Achupui, is currently
Achupui, who happens to be the twin sister of Atsu.
So Atsu is a twin. Now the sister Achupui is currently boarding a flight to Turkey. So currently, as we speak, the sister Achupui is in Turkey now. Trying to get real details of the story and not what the third party.
So has she landed in Turkey so far?
As we speak now, yes, she has.
Okay.
Yes.
And where is she currently, and what information has she gathered so far?
Okay, so as we speak now, Atsu, which is the sister to the footballer, is in Turkey and is currently getting into touch with the wife, Marie.
Okay.
Now, Marie, which is Atsu's wife, also granted an interview with BBC, and she was being asked how she's feeling, and when she heard the news, then I called Nitrim and all of that, and she was very.
Then I call so one in China is in a year,
exactly.
And BBC for and then Achichen Komo.
Yes, and so she was. First of all, she said she's very. I'm trying to quote her actual. She's saying that she's very disappointed with how the whole information is spread, the false information, because she feels that the rescue team are doing their best, but the kind of information one person brings out to the family, and there's otherwise, and so she actually wasn't okay with it and pleaded with the government to intensify the measures to actually retrieve all those people under the rubble.
Okay. And Tinacha said, the Yenya Beman or the kind of broth in anything and say, dear near and I said, Nicho mucho ababonting. Nani some or no so every day, didn't say. Ansana, ye be declare say yenya beman sebi we free mono. Was yenya boma akuma eto yem if we say bemano yenya who knew ye impo nanka ya kase we free manase what yase. And it's no Ghana for and pepper who are ye na and there we sorry or see me huno or china we sorry or see ni nano. Ebe ya anka yenta mukuchu kosi say ye be who yenya bemano nimu anase di dia dance ye say sebi wa yenya mediano yemnya akumato yem se besine or no kasa ye or yere no crampo no or no ni muni ho yera ni chen yobia and it's yama asem no aye buburuja nti yento ye bokama na yenhwe enim nti
exactly. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today is actually Saturday, and we don't know when the rescuers are going to come out with the final information that proves that Atsu has. But currently, as I am speaking to you now, the information we are gathering is it could be a dicey, like a 2-2 affair, that he may be alive or not alive, because trust me, being under a rebel is not easy. I mean, if a building like Atsu was on the 9th floor, and so according to some few investigations that we have done, it's going to be a very a wonderful miracle if Atsu is alive.
Okay, nature say you be who you nua be man na ebenam in century so ansana obeba beka yensa ewo atiasefo asasi we so. But Eric, we got an information say even today happening to be the 7th day, they are still bringing out people who are alive under the rumble. How far with that issue too?
Yes, so far they've been able to retrieve about, if my sources and information that I've gathered is true, I've been in touch with some people, and close to 100 persons have been retrieved so far.
Na say nipa be wo ha na ye yomu efri atorenchemi enche na say nyame de ye ho afofi ya de ye nua be ma Atsu betimi abeka yensa
asumdwem, hospitalized and are battling some very severe injuries in the hospital.
Okay, so right now, what is the next step of the rescue team, since they are still looking out for new people?
Okay, so initially, if such a disaster like this happens, it's a time period given to the rescue team to actually finalize everything, because they can't be under the mission like always looking for people, all of that. Like it's a given period, and so initially they were saying that on the 4th day, if they still are not able to retrieve these persons, then they call it like they've ended their mission.
Na just say almost the NF19 NAC honum so after 4 days, if we still haven't found our dear brother, na just can say and not with him and to kosi say and 9 ebesono yenina yento yebo na yenta mukuchu na yenu munsu ntwenyope.
The current update too that we're getting is that Ghana Football Association also is trying to send their people here from Ghana to also join the Turkish team, the Turkish rescue team to try and find Atsu. So currently as we speak now, Ghana Football Association
they are also into the matter.
Exactly.
Okay, right now, it's like a lot of people are so much interested in Atsu. Can you give us a brief background who Atsu is, his history, and I say Adie bi Ghana for about Yenu Abeman?
Oh, Atsu is very popular. He started his, career here in Ghana as a midfielder.
How old was he when he started the football career?
At a young age, I think about 20 to 23.
Now, so was share ball
professionally here.
Professionally, 23. Yeah. Right now, he is 31 years old.
Yeah, 33.
33.
Yeah, 33.
Oh, okay. Sure. 33. Now, so was share football and say no. 10 years.
It's been long.
10 years. Naturally, say wakwadare wum.
Yeah. Then he became a midfielder, and he's actually helped Ghana BlackStars. Yeah.
But which team did he start with before even joining the BlackStars?
He started with Mikaya. What I know currently was Offrey, Chelsea. Was it Chelsea? No. The pressure is too much.
So. The pressure is getting worse.
Our story is actually, we are all.
To see, I know you name say wabo Chelsea pain. But Ghana no boma BlackStars. Okay. Party ben you see your oko akachi hon ma you be more mobile midfield, be more wing, it be more your strikers near the no na party ben and what.
Oh, Atsu was a midfielder and a winger.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's not no your number saying no.
Possibly, I found to check.
Nice, Rebecca was
exactly. Yeah. So Atsu, after having his professional career in Ghana, in Kofo outside source say he was very good. I mean, we put Atsu on the spot. He's going to, even if he will not score cry, he dribbles and all of that. So
I learned he won a lot of awards and all that, like man of the match, moments like that.
Oh, Atsu has won and has done extremely well. So Atsu, you're funny in Tiago crying. So
no wonder people are so much concerned about his issue.
Exactly. So that was how come he got international deals. And he went to Chelsea to play. I think he went to is he Inter Milan or so? I'm not so sure. Then he landed a deal, a 1-year contract with Turkish football club Atapoya.
Yes. Which year was that?
Which year? I think 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, 2022.
Just last year.
And even before this disaster will happen, now he had actually played his, I think, first match or second match with the club, and he scored his first goal.
Okay.
Yes, and so people were very excited. I mean, the internet, say, I mean, the goal was actually phenomenal. It was massive, and
because I learned it was just at the last minute.
At the last minute.
Yes. Okay.
And so it came to everybody as a surprise. So everyone was excited. Then the following 2 days or a day, then Yatiti said. He's actually been trapped under this rubble, But all this while, people were actually saying, why was the wife quiet about all of this? People were blaming their wife, saying, Monday, you heard the news that your husband, something like this has happened. At least
from Monday to now, you are now talking. Why?
And so people were questioning, why would the wife be so quiet about it? Because here in Ghana, we were following the stories, and information now the media were giving, the families were giving to the media actually was not it was like the media was being polluted.
They are naive.
The family, the family here in Ghana were polluting the media because they also are not there to actually give us the real information.
We also got the information, say, baby or more one and baby or more there is no means of getting network available.
Yeah.
No phone was active there. So how were they getting the information?
Okay, so the thing is, that's a very good question. Like, how were the family here in Ghana getting the information?
Yes.
Okay, so that was because the club's team actually published it. And news travels, especially when it has to do with someone that concerns us. So currently, as we speak, Turkey, is battling technological crisis because their internet and everything is actually frozen down, especially where the incident happened. The city of Turkey. So it's actually made network system very down. Yeah, and so that's it. So back to the wife issue. The wife is under serious attack because, as I said, the family here in Ghana were giving
serious attack, as in people contemplating on why she kept quiet.
Exactly.
Or she also have something to talk about.
Okay, so according to the BBC interview now she made, her demeanor even tells that she doesn't care. It's like
doesn't mean Atsu is with her at home.
Okay, so according to the wife, even before the disaster happened, Atsu actually spoke to the sons, I mean the children, not the wife. And so it's actually also raising some kind of concerns that are they still together? Are they, marriage couple there, once in a while they fight.
Separation. Because I learned the wife is in Germany and then he is in Turkey.
It's in Turkey. Yes. The
wife why the separation?
Yes, and as for marriage, there's misunderstanding here and there. Okay. But as to why Atsu will also communicate to just the kids and not their wife as also, a mark of resist some sort of suspicion and be like, okay, because per the interview the wife Marie granted the BBC, it doesn't look like she actually cared. Therefore, the video now you guys will watch it and see like. She had a very strong persona. Like she never was bothered, but had what some if we tears.
Are assuming that our brother is in a critical condition and but meanwhile, no, he is hiding somewhere that the wife knows. That is why she's acting that outside.
I think that, and also, questions are more for Bisa because if really Atsu is still
because not even your enemy would you wish for his death. So why is it that even if there is an issue between the two of you, your demeanor will show that you are okay?
Exactly. And so people are also speculating that it could be a setup or a trap. That maybe Atsu has been rescued fine, but they are still trying to play with Ghanaians and other people's emotions to see maybe how we love or our dear brother or how we try to cherish our dear brother. So yes.
But why would you be joking with such things? Because some jokes are very expensive.
Oh yes,
I didn't know what say Odi obi nkwa etun say make say at renche ma esi nintin yenya be ma no ebia na se be we free ma na se bibisa. Ghana hanso so de yebunya bo wo ma wa no ewu.
Several people.
Because there are several examples.
Several. I mean, there's been several occasions where big people we know and celebrities and all of that have oma fiki nyoma bebre
and it's real now.
Yes.
Like this man, what is his name? Wachi and all those people. We got the information long ago, about 2 years or more.
Yeah.
And they were like, Wewu.
Exactly.
Before he came out to say that I'm not dead. This man Titi like this. Before his death came, there were people speculating on information that he's dead. Wewu. And then later cry
exactly. So these times I think social media so huge to the extent that if you want to be known or do something to travel, just create some kind of
trend.
Because of how the wife reacted, it could be that okay, actually but or hide kakra. Yeah, though yes, it could be true that he was affected.
But why would he do that? Because looking at things, his mother is in ambush. As a mamena ayebasa. She's even crying. Per the video that we watched behind the scene, you could see say the woman is beyond control. Like she's crying unconsolably. So meaning that she's going through a lot. Why would the son be having such thing and then hiding herself from himself from the family?
Exactly. So for those of you who do not know, Atsu is actually the breadwinner. It's your fault. You guys should forgive me. Trust me. So Atsu is actually the breadwinner of the family. And so of course Nimami will be kind of very emotional about it. But the truth of the matter is, people also say that so information about the wife should have communicated to the family.
Are you still insisting that the wife has something doing with what is happening?
Per what we are getting, it looks like so, because as I said, the interview, I mean, people are actually deducing I'm calculating your mind and say the persona.
So
the wife actually is under serious scrutiny. The people are actually asking that we question the wife about, the whereabouts of, our dear brother Atsu, because first of all, yes, your husband has suffered such a very disastrous, incident, and about 3 days we heard nothing from you, and you granted an interview and like no communication to the family as well. And so people are really, really asking questions. And as usual, social media dia we who buy exactly
yo yati yenya be ma Eric and guso a o pensen insem ne mu e de atwe sisi ana be kan sabomodin say o de o comment e be bre e comment section honom e ya de ayeni e beje hu iye pa enti Eric sisi ade asem na kwa kodru no enkosi da ben ansa na yebenya asum due
oh like I said before senya mekano previously right and I yes so by initially it's supposed to have been 4 days but since your information say Ghanaian team here and also let me also chip in this Ghana embassy to Turkey ambassador has also said or the Crawford to the place to actually see what's happening. So we are hopeful, or we are hoping that at least till maybe Monday we'll get reports. But if we don't get any reports,
so from now we should still wait till Monday.
Yes, because
we have just 48 hours.
Alpha Hour Nyami is seriously praying for
Alpha Hour Nyami.
Yes.
Okay, Asha for interestingly in Saka only baba ko kita almost all information o hwehwe no e yen chen na akwaba.
We know about me juice bebre.
Na de neko.
Okay, so answer na madam say this is an extensive coverage of what is going on. And as my brother here, Eric, was saying, Ghana, every day we are hoping for the best. Tomorrow is Sunday, and I know it's definitely a lot of Ghanaians, Christian fraternity, and even Muslims will be praying for our brother Christian Atsu. When we say, you're saying for 20,000, 30,000 out there, but all hope is not lost. And the God of vengeance can do something.
Exactly. Yo, inti nana sisi ano ensem no de keka kono de be information pa na the newest update.
Okay, so currently na yere no ababe cause in fact the update ni bebre. The first update they can buy in said the manager and the club confirms that Kisinachu was found. Each information about the Kisinachu was not found. Now according to the family normal party say club managers they say nipa no mu no they purported it was Kisinachu but each of them cause no mu say no and we believe say another African in Turkey because of the dark skin.
Okay.
So that was the information which came earlier. Inti eba ne saya no na apedi obia awo onga. So then we saw say the manager Nana Secretary. He trooped all the way from Turkey from Ghana to Turkey to your friend is saying organize a search rescue team to find Emia Bema Christian Atsu.
Na exen Crawford bears a saying no mutu sabata.
Currently no a year Emia Bema Nana said that is Christian Atsu ne manager no wakoho but wakoho no we also learn is Emia Bana or London or also
Akoteki ho
onkoho but wapanko form koho and we are even learning and new report about Christian Atsu ne pet rescue team they'll be going there purposely for Nhaza because
nice Kambo my rescue team best 3 na Kambo mo
of course yes, because they do know so we be because because your friend is saying Christian Atsu adeni njano they go for but the entire we don't want to give up fully is because I no pay dog cramine I only 4 days and this was a small dog.
When
sa abrofo inkrama bia mi bebu fite bebu ne sa was young foreign ones alive. We are no we are finding babies 4 days for alive. Yes, alive babies.
Now it's a probability to see a behu yenu money or so.
It is high.
Okay.
So if you are finding these people, it is high now. The turning point was this. The turning producer said, "Oh, share sewa ma inya ba nye kitana slide nye kese ma good." So the turning point of all of these issues was this. A neda, I had 3 days ago, and I brought for no FR machine normally a core ground so no. Your friend a thermal camera. Now this particular thermal camera no. First of all, DNA thermal camera, thermal camera. I did me detect nipa. Inti bia broni wa thermal camera ye share abansu we mu no obetim the thermal camera ne hu say
yes I do say ne show ha
don't say go a movie near betutu a na say the red bi
okay they are snippets for news no
exactly
okay
thermal if you are watching me please share this video currently go for about 300 na share that's very high now sa thermal camera no omo ko fa asase na ase no omo dey fa asase ne so no omo hu bi different because earlier no one no mo cause on rescue Christian actually no omo pa ba because they've been searching and searching. It's that particular day no come and search it and because why don't we use the thermal camera and see people are there or not that way crown is our brepo na it will give you some adrenaline to still dig and find people 5 days in go from we are and they are still holding on for dear life which means they are fighters so help them fight.
Wow.
You see the thermal camera ne fast so no and you who say for show so in the video we did on Pinas TV no you will see say a man fire red into all the red dots in nipa and according to them no the thermal camera was able to pick signals of 1,000 people.
Wow.
And what tells us that out of that 1,000 people
and
this was the grounds the building collapsed here. Remember say the building was over 12 or 15 story building. Yes, it's not true, 9th floor. What am I saying? And sometimes the building almost structure so be good, good. There's some small compartment here. Exactly. Now, do you know the funny thing? Yesterday, I was speaking to one friend of mine, and we were talking about this case in Atsu.
Okay.
And I'm saying, is there probability to 5 days? You know, why not? And I'm saying, how? And maybe. I say maybe disaster be see Malcolm disaster now every year go 4 p.m. dead bodies near the some people survive, some didn't survive. There was one woman 1 month 4 weeks, that is 4 weeks, that is 1 month no shall see her. So woman purchases so the access how did she survive? No, I said na or sheno na a more like a tunnel. Say more say me cat tunnel na me purchase say more like a quantity
as a quantity
good as I was share rubber muno it's a quantity be and I say other end na insure so because I need you no na insure no washroom pipe na insure et na clean water it also okrolia na wakono insure na waba na abeda she did that for 4 weeks into actually for Israel for sell ombeye because na Malcolm disaster now for the hu how they left all the rebels the Israel for ne buy ya almost started so all the rebels no ye back when say me abane dasi and the question is how do you survive on water nipa your body no is in such a way say we can go without food for even 2 months
yes
by any cancer what am I say and the only time your system will use that thing is when your self-conscious is that what's it go oh yeah recrabe 3 days kana undidi
na undidi Didi
sister Adra Didi but you don't feel like eating but that is because you don't feel like eating but your body has some stored energy it's more way science no the fats na away nipa mu no anytime be a nipa yen didi no our body system go and take that fat and leave on it.
Okay.
Exactly. What am I saying? And water in most cases water. Do you know say even dogs can go almost 6 months to 1 year without food. Crocodiles can go 2-3 years without food. What am I saying? So all hope is not lost. There's a huge probability that we can find based on these things. What I say, people are praying. We be trust so nana at the internet for 20,000. They wouldn't say Christian. You are not God.
Yeah,
you are not God. What I say, you will say Bofrani baby say, but you are not God. Say Christian. We will still believe in God because come on, we are all passengers here.
Exactly.
Say, oh, Abia Kumase. And I will do Kufuridia. Would you want to stay in Kufuridia forever?
Debbie.
So the world is like Kufuridia. If
baby.
Yeah.
I say you do Linda door, no, you go Kumase.
Exactly. Yeah, Kukumasi. And you stop people, baby. So on this earth, we are all passengers.
Okay.
Eduwa, Yabeko. It's either Christian or Chunim Renedu. If you're in a bus, no. So if it happens that way, we will still thank God. And this guy, we will talk about the history of this guy and why Ghana, the population over 40 million now, everybody. I bet you a musician be and I will be huna.
Okay, you don't know.
Oh, we any issue. But this a guy, Oko Kaswa, he's paying over 200 people's school fees.
It's an orphanage for now.
I'm telling you.
Now, but to know
one more this particular guy is taking care of them.
Wow.
So you should just imagine why the whole of Ghana is in support of Enyabema Christian.
Oh. And the Enyabema no onye onkafra. Na ba kwa amafo bebre na adwuaba wo ne so ana say Enyabema ne say according to speculations nature Enyabema ne yere no abra na oye interview no ni dimi na na says biaya na say na no osifa ye kasa ne kra che say bema no ade a we hu no ana omumienu ntokwa bi esi wo montam nti na ye maame na okasa sa na na He's
not true, you know. She's only having anxiety issues and problems. Let's not sit here and act as if our main be see, anytime there was relationship, our relationship 80% a year or do, and as if 100% a year or don't need I talk no. You are bound.
There's a question mark.
Yes, a question mark. We are bound to fail.
Okay.
Because even in this world, we know that we can't do without positive and negative. And sometimes, maybe see our real one, it only goes to rekindle the love. So if Atsu is having problems with the wife, I bet normal problems.
But why is it say when your problem timer obey here on the mom now would then say on no problem?
Well, she said that.
The way her demeanor and everything showed in the video, I had to say, yeah, cash and I don't say ni kuno ebia with free manasi bibisa.
I don't think so. I watched that interview equally on BBC, and they were asking her what is the issue. No, so initially, listen. So Ghana, for let's not distort the facts and figures, okay?
Okay.
And this is a wife who is in grief. She's in grief, and she has 3 children. We are learning with Christian Atsu.
Okay.
So the interview, of course, with BBC. This is what I'm learning.
Yeah, what you say?
You be saying Nikunu sense na kosi say no say initially no report ni buy no onya ntie say Nikunu ka ho sana ne club ni agent ni ka che na ni agent ni say ye hu no echi no so me hu no e na echi no so me hu to mo ka say hu ni second time e fi club ni managers ni ba ono no ni buto ni yem
okay
echi na ne ba ne ba be ma ba peni no eti o radio say ye hu that is still it's the woman on the BBC interview no also no cry no ko catch ne mame and one na Christian the video we can play it but because of time and one na Christian Atsuire also or live BBC that's why we saw the video of her crying because she said ye wuni kun she's in the kitchen hoping say yes what I say na your man better healthcare with Germany only for the start to come and say mommy they say they've not found daddy.
Oh no,
that was when the woman broke in tears. So if let's stop focusing on our women's let's make sure they come back. Wow, relationship no problems, no problem. It needs to happen. As I say, because of course, yes, they be a one time you do something nasty and later you come back together. So Ghanaians should stop focusing on the fact say okay, so na tune issue and let's look at the other side. Let's pray and hope he comes back alive.
Okay. Sisi ano atorenchem na ekamia yese enye taking kwa na esiwo. Emia ye foforo ben so na yenya nti yese kososa. Okay,
so earthquake ni see no. We are learning it's around 4 a.m. And I see bi mukra say in maybe from what I'm knowing right now no. Yes it be happening. We say take winter into no. They are still in winter though. And you know one mutu kwa na almost say winter and e wa it's like morning and I'm matching.
Okay.
But it's like morning. Do we say adiache, but not adiasa. Adiasa. Take a cold place. So a bit say from 4 a.m. and it starts here. Now, almost say the earthquake, it started with Turkey, It started with Turkey 7.8. It started from 7.1 and it was 7.8. It's any your friend is saying it's Syria, so a similar earthquake of 7.5 magnitude. And also cause now we need geography school you see say Turkey ni Kazakhstan so munina wo Asia hosa no so they are saying say the earthquake ni see people in Japan felt the impact like as I said also kakao so footage is Miami review we say na Japan as also kakra not just Japan and other neighboring countries too. So earthquake in India, yes, that was what we are learning. So the great impact happening to Syria and Turkey. Now, earthquake in
okay, because
we are learning right now. Say the main reason once the earthquake in Syria, so if your videos now, if you have 3 buildings. Ni nyinesi what they are 12 story ni nyinesi one place baku be dream baku dream
I didn't see yes
because of substandard building materials and right now no take you for no about out abeka say architecture for na about abeka say because of lack of regulations in no obi kura ni skinny bit me the 1 month is 12 story building without proper monitoring, proper checks and proper equipment nti yesi ni hum
Inti bibi kick to every near jury nina.
How come say a building nearby collapse? But a building because we saw footage and now hotel near the district.
Yeah, it was still
there. Another place just came down room
at once.
As in 49. And now in taxi in 49. It was horrible. So now people are saying we need to start looking at the construction of a 30 now.
Okay.
One thing you know train same way yes we be for to say Ghana to what are we doing me I take Ben McCarthy Hill no last 2 years at trauma the last year at trauma this year at trauma kwame one more year geography any archaeology any a friend is saying almost study assassin and be catch us usually a boy koko so one day
a bit easy
in fact Ghana put here you earthquake prone area. So the question is, what are we putting in place? An earthquake, no, it knows no person. And find who say oh bomb pie, and find who say oh yeah shower ujina kwa and I am paying one more survive one more pound. That is why old school and they also chess earthquake is here run to the park. Men ko baby building war.
Okay.
But the question is, what are we also doing? Because and then China more free and this Chinese me banner within 3 months or maybe
we see
a dark cracker. No regulation, nothing. And that was the same that happened with the Malcolm disaster. At Marseille. So we are breeding ourselves for more disasters. And that be earthquake AC Ghana would we survive? In fact, ye be mupo die and then be a team Ukraine and then be a good team peno.
Messi.
Sabo war na and
it's no so.
And you could enya kasakasa na or the sabo war you feel the impact in your room.
Yeah.
Na obedience sabo war pona and I know na asabe wo so. And you can you see people are getting it wrong say. You can 7.8 magnitude okay say Nikenika. Yesu ani ekoyam bro ne Banchimore.
Aye.
Machine yam no. What's the no? That alone is 7.5 and a 7.1 magnitude.
Okay.
So imagine assassin now what's up. That is why we saw the whole building coming down. Haiti, the amount over 3 million people, so 1 million people who were earthquake was just an earthquake of just 7.3 or 7.1 magnitude. The whole place came down. So Aban is saying, are we also learning from it? What regulations are we putting in place?
Intina enana san e wo say ye start e check dan a enya di na yembubu ni science anase dia mpa na oba amai e fa ne say aban no betimi ayaboa se ne be ya bibisi isi a ye ho e beto ye
Ghana dey asem ye mobo because now no kuma we say the amount for the disca and the cash cow now. You can't cash cow, the cash cow now currently a real estate, and obviously that they are renting. So people are building left, right, and then so be baby catch also was because me 130, more than 300. The question is, and now how quality are they? You see, and even which materials are you using to build the house? And there's one thing though, mo fi McCarthy Hill, mo back as one, mo buy your area be if anything. First, they could ebe nyina ensio ebe pim barrier ne choice ensio na we ensio no efa ho but eneno ho nyina yendan so this is what they do okay ya ka cho mo so mo nyem kwa ko hu yes lands commission for ne abrai bi omo nti abrai bi omo a na enie ya mani permit so de sidan no ye bia be say check we bi hu ani we see we de enye yi so do you know what they do? Insio no obi to asase and of ode ania e feeling so na and o see ni dan inti weja nso na first weja dam baby na e fa no enchen na ya feeling ni esi dan
ye ni esi dan ho
first as at 2010 29 ni etwem ko kekos no all those places were water. So you see say this year you be rain suitable me you see people get flooded.
And I say kakra bi si we nim hanom ama na ka bi kra enke ye nya kwanhia ne ade.
These things tells us say a ban your friend is saying say building Ghana we are not, and you know the funny thing why you no say be external regulators ba be so be we see a dining nya no nipa no see that wa twa no akoto red paint no atro produce permit do not build here. The correct AMA authorities and a land commission authority mo ba
ya tro dada
ya tro do when people come here or come here make we left obe kwa abani esiewie na o hwe court so a ne yembra na
say esiewie a won to me en fa red name sign
ku be no sana ya o hia injunction and a certain court yi and there could be a whole lot of things you can't just get up and take bulldozer and so obi accident was asase so kra na you can't just get up and take bulldozer and bring it down. You need a court permit. Or the Bema Dipano 1. You better on 250 when 2 are someone 2. On 250 third warning when 2 are, and they will allow you to use excavator. If you do anything with your own power, so that is how come and then Sassi Naya Tommy Bia in so funny is time and even setting it was within 1 month so be a 3-story building and you need say a 6-story building now you need every floor piano you need to let at least floor no every 3 months 3 good months
and son was I for
of course yes yes a bit dregu I was say a book is so to go we are boss we are bogus na wo but we don't do that so you see earthquake sip Ibi kind of crack area titi ebu efi ebu eyisi ba wo hwe ho a akrake
abesi form ebu aka wo esi form
akrake
gala hade nyame na so yemu
akrake
asemo
e dey see ho it a train earthquake ni hu jim pe na hwim egu form so we need to start looking at the other side of these things I was say start to share the other side of these things.
Yenya be my hun se media ya dia ha dwuni ye pa ama bebre na omoyem ehhehwem ene ade ade nti Eric se na asem ni esi ko no uma me hint say wenya newest update bi nti se akosi sen
minya na aka bibia so
unya na aka bibia sen dia na nka wo pese wo kana ansa na ebe mu no
so se no kind no we shouldn't be in a rush to actually give out any information yet. Let's actually wait for the rescue team to bring out the necessary information.
Which means to say sometimes no bibi crampo sia yankasa kra the way ayede ya homeka ne yenkomodi die hihya asem ne kra ne ma asem ne di atesi internet to da na ye hia botre
pa all question your wife demeanor no you know Ghanaians shouldn't focus so much about obinyo wonyaje because the way you watched it is not how
feelings emotional
and you know one kasa understand it in your own way but I also watch now so for that one day Argentina na watch but your kofo kawa bonteno so yes it looks like the wife doesn't care or problem sure
but the crying issue okay anyway obi at me so dear na na just say atwefo sesisia na obeka yensa meguso catch us higher penax but more than say obehye I now so the wadrin chira aba e comment section honum ade yini beje nwa be ma Christian na chucha sam I na yera no ana say at rancher ma akoso e Turkey any Syria memu na yatena sia me ne mapam for yesi eho nkonwa enti bra Eric Sisi ano and there fiti Sunday ebi mu try Sunday ne start ebi mu so Monday ahomache 4 enti fiti Sunday no e de bepem enne no wo hwe anase wo ya underground challenge your friend the same checks nkrofo dodo say na ahwere mo nkwa sofa.
Initially in your report said about 10,000 persons.
It's a nipa 10,000 in every
that was before. but new report and say close to 16,000. Yeah, close to 16,000 persons. It be private, be a hospital, it been so I share. You get it, and so as to the actual casualties in general they are estimating about
so 16, right now 16,000 and me just say yeah you to remember as a CCBM and me plan and the
reports by you say or in some total about 16,000 persons have been affected and dead as well. But WHO has also cautioned said we should expect more earthquakes to come in some parts part of Turkey and other countries, and so saying kind of say yes. So 2023.
Ghana.
So I'm not comfortable. So are we in the end times like every year? And all of that. So you get
now sisi ano minyane ntia say yeah osofu bi so be kasa say
Pastor David Bibi, I don't actually remember his name, but he is actually saying signs and symptoms now we are actually because the Bible talks times will be hard, there will be crisis, there will be war against and all of that, and nyoma he said it could be some of the songs.
Said the Bible
so wow, if you're not spiritual, you have to morning, afternoon, evening. Like
and that's not critical. Okay.
We that we can't go to church. I mean, more call they can join Alpha Hour because Alpha Hour.
And then we had better Alpha.
Oh, that be sad.
Anyways, earthquake and some naturally say according to World Health Organization, it's an union be money be in say and naturally say at Ranchama Ebo Bobano. Dear earthquakes no ebe dawson anything baby I want to say ocean area no hwe from crampo I dan say me na me yam hye me no asase no baby a lorry kwan no car nefa no tumi say crack bia ba beda ho efom mponi na wiem ntina say wo say ehunu say ye nam a na ya hwe ye nam ntuo no so
how are we also preparing, like how you are preparing your home for all these kinds of
senior na di kan I say e dan na wo hanu nyaka wo say bubu ni sensi
the Jubilee House crowd, there's a question mark on that building. When you go to the Jubilee House, I have had the opportunity to go to the Jubilee House, and I'm saying this on live footage, like take my word for it. There's some part of Jubilee House that you can actually see some cracks over there. Yes, but so like I said, extreme. But who knows? Anything can happen. I mean, a little shake, a crack can cause a havoc, and we don't know who or which persons will be affected. And see, I think we should actually learn from what is happening in the international front. And then let's
so broni kro mokra na to rencha me kunkuma manfue na de cement me nu bi to ho na yes akwa Eric ne krakra ne say
we have a president
person wo kire Ghana for say brewo
we don't want Yatisikasu. Then this one, when earthquake comes again, then where are we going to find the money from? Because
if that's a scanner and if
the whole president says Yatisikasu and really we are suffering, how much more if a natural disaster like an earthquake occurs? Then where are we going to?
So it means that right now, with human understanding, we cannot block earthquake.
No.
Yet means see any natural disaster no
at all.
I think
I'm not speaking as a like to say me a specialist and I'm what yes in that field, but I think for the basic ones, Charlie baby, you have to how do I call it, like stay safe. If you are going to a building, especially with tall buildings, you have to be careful.
And they say best and from.
So even if you are climbing, or you are living in a tall building, there's a possibility. Say, you have to always leave the building because you might not know when such disaster will happen. So, conform mansions now, they are selling their properties. People are selling.
Now, so person try say you see down as see my you see
and that is the latest,
Into according to World Health Organization, we shouldn't build tall buildings again.
This is not coming from World Health Organization.
From you.
This is the rant on the streets.
Okay.
Because of the incidents. Because if, for instance, those who works at the bank, in those kinds of high class areas, like Obi Oha, he or she works in a 6, 9, 10-story building, or managing director. You see the managing director at the top. So
elevator, that romantic.
So people are saying that even a whole outside, country like Turkey, which is quote unquote sophisticated with so much money and all of that, are experiencing this. And it's not just Turkey. Other big countries, even the US, sometimes suffer casualties like this. And so how much more third world country to say Ghana, we are still
I'm Ghanaian. Yeah, manegaba Branty, one share ya we try join what han say. Hey, as I'm Ben up so can simple son so one share ya Casa Mano Cocotia.
What's that? Manu Kokochia.
It means say you were not intentional about what you said. So you just said it so that we'll be cautious. But on a more serious note, I was saying you share your husuye. If you say unim don share kura and bibi ebet me a season odi kan the airboy kokone say and can ye juma ewa bansoro so and now say ye diana et what was so minu miensa and night inum in siang watch and crony doing the chirino. I was saying share your husuye send a bay ya dachi bibi sia. Na ye nyina ye tumi ehunu kwan a yebetimi afaso aha ye penax ye ni gusu edidi nsama elkokoso no ye nua bema no e ya ade ye nsa kan anadwi krampa ye beba na ya baba ka kire mu dia elkokoso na hwe aha ye penax eni nti no mini nua bema Eric Melo also one you Bruno and shed and see Kurum Casan into Facha no Ghanaian pounds so. Ain't no Christian Atsu, Ghana papa no free. Ghana could be
before I get into that part of the winner sign. I think one person that we have to actually comment so much is the best friend Wakasu. I mean, Wakasu has shown so much love to
Christian Atsu's best friend.
Yes, like on Nini in Chibuka Bibi say
Niyonko Brebu.
Aha, Niyonko Brano.
Brebu. Niyonko Brebu. A best friend.
Brebu. Aha, a best friend. So yeah, I think Wakasu has to be congratulated because Watre Onyado, right?
Wow.
Yeah, Watre.
Oh yeah, dear. Onyado.
So I mean, it's not easy to actually lose. Minkase Christian Atsu is dead, but at least to be able to stand so firm and still, because when we had reports that Yehunu, he actually came out to actually, and I mean there was so much pressure on the family, but Wakasu call pages, the social media pages, to actually tell Ghanaians, say you guys should actually calm down. We are still doing this. And pressure now with my family is too much, especially the mother. She's very unconsolable, and Mami
71 years old.
71, and it's very disturbing. Say, mommy at that age, or better send you back at that stage where drew such a high pedestal.
Yes.
Then he's actually. I think I'm doing well with it.
Life starts at 40, and he's just 33, right? Yeah. Now at Rachel we are like he has even 7 years to even start life. Now we are I mean, put yourselves in here too.
And every mother's or parents' dream is actually their wish said Nibabe Nina will get something and so more call their old age their children will come and bury them. No parent actually is happy to actually bury their son. So it's actually a devastating so congratulations to Wakasu and then down for so far lots of Ghanaians have shown remorse and solidarity to the family, but
has some people in a group, let's say, gone to the family to give them money or something to show that they are really with them, like as in they are also consoling them, not just by words of encouragement, but through cash and kind be or my bibisa?
And so far, no, I can tell an authority to say I haven't seen or information behind to say. Even the president, the only thing he did was to actually tweet on the internet. President, incumbent president,
His Excellency,
ex-president John Dramani Mahama. So far, it looks like people are just showing solidarity on the internet, but as to reality, I don't have any information that says anyone has gone to the family to actually render their solidarity messages to the family. So they are still getting in touch with the family.
Okay. Inti ebusiafo moma yeguso enhye Pinax yenko an yebebra mu the authentic information keka kwa na se de eboboba free Sunday yeni gusu edi nsem nechi aja ya soma reporters ni ade nti omaso eda form pa ya mutie nsem no na chese emrenti no yedemo ebesi ahanimia medi ene ahwenia meni menua bema
Eric
ai ene yedi nkomo no ebrem koso na hye Pinax yakram.
Hey, goodness. What did I do? What have I done?